All right, everyone, so it's here. The AKTU B.Pharma tentative date sheet has been released. I know that feeling. It's a mix of nerves and maybe a little excitement. But hey, don't worry. In this breakdown, we're not just going to read a bunch of dates. We're going to figure out a real game plan together.
Seeing those exam dates officially out can be a little stressful, right? I totally get it. But let's think about it this way. This isn't a reason to panic. It's our roadmap. The whole point here is to take that nervous energy and turn it into a clear, solid plan. By the time we're done, you're going to feel much more in control.
Okay, first things first. Let's actually look at the official notice. It's not just a schedule. It's a document with some key instructions. We need to understand exactly what it's saying, and maybe more importantly, who this is actually for. Let's dive in.
So here it is, the official notice from AKTU. As you can see, this is for the theory exams happening in February 2026. Now, the key thing to notice is that this applies to two specific groups of students. First, we have the regular first semester students, and second, it's for the second semester students who have a carryover paper or what we usually call a back paper that they need to clear.
Look, if there's one word you need to remember from all of this, it's this one: tentative. This is not the final set-in-stone schedule. Things can shift, dates might change. This is why it is absolutely crucial for you to keep checking the official AKTU website. Think of this as your draft plan, but the website is the final word.
So let's be super clear about who this is for. If you're a first semester regular student, welcome. These are your first big university theory exams, and this schedule is for you. And if you have a carryover paper, a COP, from your second semester that you need to pass, this schedule is for you too. Now, the strategy for each of you is going to be a little different, so we'll cover both.
All right, let's kick things off with our first semester students. This section is all about your schedule. We're going to look at the subjects, the dates, and the really important part, the spacing between your papers, because that's where the magic happens for revision.
Okay, first semester folks, take a good look. You start on February 3rd with human anatomy. But notice the pattern here? Your next paper, pharmaceutics, is on the 5th. Then you've got analysis on the 7th, and you wrap up with chemistry on the 9th. See that rhythm? The university has actually given you something really valuable here.
And that valuable thing is the one-day gap between every single exam. This, my friends, is your secret weapon. That one full day between papers is your golden opportunity for a final, focused revision session. You have to plan for it. Know exactly what you're going to study in that gap to be perfectly prepared for the next day.
Okay, now let's switch gears and talk to our second semester students who are clearing a carry-over paper. Your situation is a bit different, right? You're juggling your current semester studies along with this exam, so your planning needs to be extra sharp, extra strategic.
So here's your schedule. You'll start with biochemistry on the 4th, then you get a one-day gap before pathophysiology on the 6th. After that, you get a nice, longer break before anatomy on the 10th, which is great for a deep dive. But, and this is a big but, pay very close attention to what happens next. Your final paper, organic chemistry, is on February 11th, the very next day. That back-to-back schedule for anatomy and organic chemistry on the 10th and 11th is the most critical part of your entire plan. You have zero gap between them. Let me be really clear about this. You can't just finish your anatomy exam and then start studying for organic chemistry. It's not going to work. You have to prepare for both of these subjects at the same time in the days leading up to the 10th. Your revision for chemistry has to be done before you even walk into that anatomy exam hall. Okay, we've gone through the schedules. Now let's talk about the practical stuff. The simple, basic rules that every single student needs to follow. Getting these right will make your exam day go so much smoother. This right here is a call to action for every student. The university has given you a window of opportunity. If you see any kind of clash or mistake in your schedule, it is your responsibility to email them. The address is dcoe-a@aktu.ac.in, and the deadline is firm, 2 p.m. on January 31st, 2026. After that time, no changes will be considered. So here's your simple exam day checklist. Step 1. The moment your admit card is available, download it. Don't wait. Step 2. Your reporting time is 1:30 p.m. Be there on time. The exam starts at 2 p.m. Step 3. It's a 3-hour exam, so it'll go from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. And Step 4, and this is a big one, please, 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 double-check your exam center location a day or two before. You don't want any last-minute surprises. So, the date sheet is out. You understand how to read it. What now? Well, now is when the real work begins. The next step is to turn all this information into a real plan of action. Let's build a simple, effective plan for your success. Before we talk about what to do, let's quickly cover what not to do. The biggest mistake is forgetting this schedule is tentative and not checking the website for updates. Another one is putting all your energy into one hard subject and ignoring the others. And like we just talked about, not planning for those gaps or the lack of them is a huge mistake. Just avoiding these common traps will put you ahead of so many people.
Look, your success plan doesn't have to be super complicated. It really just comes down to 3 simple steps. First, prioritize. Be real with yourself. Which subject worries you the most? Give that one a little extra time, starting now. Second, schedule. Get a calendar, mark your exam dates, and work backwards, planning out your study sessions. And third, practice. Seriously, there is no better way to prepare than by solving previous year's question papers. It builds your speed, your confidence, and shows you exactly what the university expects.
I want to leave you with this one thought. Don't wait for the perfect moment or the perfect study plan to just magically appear. The best time to start getting serious is right now, today. A simple plan that you actually follow is way, way better than some perfect, elaborate plan that you never even start.
And that wraps up our breakdown of the tentative date sheet. Your job from here is simple. Keep an eye on the official AKTU website for the final schedule. Use these tips to plan smart and just be consistent. You can do this. All the very best for your exams.